Today, we're diving into a pretty radical idea, a protocol that's designed to take all that economic friction, we're talking unemployment, bureaucracy, you name it, and transform it into a smooth, automated flow of value. So let's see how this thing is supposed to work. It's a huge question, right? But it really cuts to the core of what this whole system is trying to do. It looks at these massive, stubborn problems that we see all around us and asks, hey, what if the answer isn't another policy, but a new kind of code, a new kind of digital organization? All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the value engine itself, the big idea. Then we'll see who actually runs it, the human-powered pool. After that, we'll get into how it turns empty spaces into real assets, how it splits every single dollar automatically, and this is a big one, how it handles taxes in real time. And finally, we'll zoom out and talk about what this algorithmic revolution really means. So let's start at the top. What is this universal value engine when you boil it all down? Well, think of it as a blueprint, a whole new way of thinking about how we can organize our economy to be, a lot less clunky. And here's the key part. It's a self-sustaining ecosystem. This isn't just about one group getting ahead. It's designed to be a value loop where everybody wins. People, actual physical places, and data all start working together to generate value that gets shared between individuals, businesses, and, even the government. This whole thing is built on a really powerful philosophy. Popularize é poder, which basically means to popularize is to empower. The entire goal is to democratize how wealth gets created, to take it out of the hands of just a few and make it something that anyone, literally anyone, can tap into. Okay, so if you've got this big economic engine, you've got to have operators, right? So how does this system actually recruit the people who are going to power the whole thing? Well, it all kicks off with something called the folk pool. Think of this as the front door. It's the process designed to take regular people, regular applicants, and turn them into licensed curators. And these curators are the ones who actively go out and bring new value into the system. And the best part, becoming a curator is designed to be incredibly straightforward, with a super low barrier to entry. There's a $20 fee paid through a smart contract just to show you're serious. Once the system gives you the thumbs up, you get a license at no cost, and you can start activating spaces right away. This brings us to the real economic heart of the system, taking resources that are just sitting there completely underused, like all those empty storefronts you see, and flipping them into active, value-generating assets. And check this out. This is the power of an instant incentive. The very moment a curator validates a new space with a smart contract, boom, $70 hits their account instantly. This isn't a checks in the mail situation. It's immediate cash for taking immediate action. So you're probably wondering, where does that $70 even come from? Well, it's not from some big venture capitalist. The ecosystem actually funds itself. It runs on two main streams, a $30 a month keep alive fee from property owners, and the revenue that comes in from Google ads placed on the space's digital and physical presence. And this right here, this is the core principle of a whole system. Absolutely zero bureaucracy. I mean, no invoices to send, no payments to chase down. The smart contracts handle everything. The second a condition is met, the cash gets distributed. It's completely automated. Okay, you're going to want to pay close attention to this next part. This is where the magic of the engine really happens. We're literally going to follow the money and see how every single dollar that gets generated is automatically and precisely divided up. So let's just keep it super simple. Let's take a single dollar. Imagine someone rents a piece of art from one of these newly activated shops. A transaction happens and $1 of revenue is created. Now, where does it go? See, that dollar doesn't just land in one person's bank account. Nope. The instant it's created, the system's smart contract slices it up into 8 different pieces. Every single person or entity that had a hand in creating that value gets their share right then and there. And here's exactly how that dollar breaks down. The biggest slice, 50 cents, goes straight to the owner of the art or asset as passive income. Another 30 cents goes to the shopkeeper for providing the space. 10 cents goes to the curator for their active management. And that last time, it gets split even further. A piece for system maintenance, a piece for the AI that optimizes things, a royalty for the original creator, and even performance bonuses. It is a hyper-organized, surgically precise distribution network. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This all sounds fantastic, maybe a little too fantastic. What about Uncle Sam? How does any of this work with the real world of government and, taxes? Well, the protocol has a really elegant answer for that too. It's called the G-pipe memristor. The best way to think about it is like a special pipeline that connects directly from the system to the government's tax agency. It acts like an osmotic wall. All the value flows through it to the participants, but the exact percentage that's owed in taxes is automatically filtered out and sent straight to the state, all in real time. I mean, just look at the difference here. It is night and day. On one side, you got the old system, manual paperwork, waiting for payments, complicated tax forms, a total headache. And on the other, the G-pipe system just automates the whole thing away. No invoices, instant payouts, and automatic tax compliance. The government gets its money and you get yours, instantly. So let's zoom out for a second. When you put all of these pieces together, the people, the spaces, the automatic money split, the real-time taxes, what do you really end up with? Well, you get a fundamental shift, a move away from economic chaos and towards algorithmic order. This is what that transformation actually looks like. The system is designed so that unemployed people can become empowered entrepreneurs. Those empty, dead storefronts can become active, income-generating spaces. That messy, slow, bureaucratic tax process, it becomes a smooth, automatic flow. In every single one of these cases, economic friction is engineered out and replaced by frictionless value. And that right there is really the ultimate promise of this whole protocol. It's proposing a future where all these complex economic relationships are no longer managed by slow, messy, human bureaucracy, but instead by fast, precise, and totally transparent algorithms. It's the victory of algorithmic organization over bureaucratic chaos.